We are continuing with the fourth point. What is the fourth point? Can we recollect the fourth point? What is the fourth point? Major crops, cropping patterns to various parts of the country. Major crops, cropping patterns in various parts of the country. Then what was next? Different types of irrigation systems, storage, transport, marketing of agricultural produce, e-technology in the aid of farmers. Barabar, yahi hai, I think. So let us revise once what we quickly went through so that concepts are clear. We are looking at input problems. We saw what is the problem with free electricity, did we not? Yes. We saw what is the problem with credit, money lenders, credit is not going, collateral is required here, that is why problem hai. We saw the problems with fertilizers, leaching is happening, leaching is the word we used, seeds are not certified, seeds are not of good quality, water is excessively used, right? Soil is damaged, climate, you don't know vagaries of climate, information is not reliably known, okay? Then we come to this. Now we are going to start with, what is intercropping? In rows is intercropping. What is mixed cropping? Random. What was the third one? Sequential cropping or crop rotation. Okay. Now tell me, crop diversification is helpful or not? Very helpful. Crop diversification means you diversify, you change your crops, so crop rotation, intercropping, all these are parts of crop diversification. It's a very general term. Okay? Let us begin with the next syllabus point, which is irrigation system, storage, transport, marketing. Simple. Let us do storage, transport, marketing. Irrigation we will cover later on. Okay? Irrigation bhi important hai, but storage, transport, marketing is much more juicy and much more important. Let us start with storage first. Storage. Okay, let us start with storage. Why is storage required? Storage of what? Now I am going to show you something very important. ठीक है? Storage से related नहीं है शायद, but something very important. See, farmer grew crops. ठीक है? He came to the market. Who is standing? Buyer is standing. Yes or no? Buyer is standing in the market. Buyers are standing. Okay? Very important. Very, very, very important. Most important. Let's say he is willing to offer 20 rupees per kg to the farmer. He is willing to offer 25 rupees per kg to the farmer. Where will farmer sell? 25 kg. But farmer expected some 30-40 rupees minimum. Okay? Farmer tells ki my cost is only 30 rupees. How can I take it for 25 rupees? It is a loss. Government says I am here. Every year before the season starts, government declares कि we will buy from the farmers at XYZ rupees. समझा? If government tells a farmer, if you get the money outside, if you get the money in the outside market more than what I am offering, take it. But if you are not getting good money, come to me, minimum I will purchase at this price. इतना समझा? Government is offering a minimum price. Did you understand this or no? So government at last year or before the season, let's say, declared that government will procure at 45 rupees. Suppose this is government will procure at 45 rupees. So if he is giving 25 rupees, he is giving 20 rupees, where will he go? Government. If he is giving 50 rupees. Where will farmer go? 50 rupees. Whatever is more beneficial to the farmer, we are giving. ठीक है? Can I say this is the minimum price which the government has to give? Minimum price, है ना? Is it providing a support to farmers? Income support? समझा? Before storage, I want to show you this chart because it is very important. How much does government procure? 100, 200 kgs or thousands of kgs? Why is government procuring? Have you ever thought about that? Why is government क्या करेगा उसका? Government is procuring from farmer, ठीक है? Government के पास आया. Now government has a big box of rice, ठीक है? Lot of rice are there inside. Lot of rice is there inside. Now government क्या करेगा इसका? First, store, right? Which is this government? अभी के लिए central government. अभी के लिए. For now, central government. It will store. Then what? What will it do of this? What will government do of this goods? It will send. Where it will send? Government will send this to state governments. ठीक है? State government will send this to PDS shops. PDS shops will sell this to people at very less prices, at discounted prices, because this is related to food. Do you agree with this chart? And obviously state government will also store, of course. Okay, different storages. So that is why I started with this, because storage is important. Not only, also before coming here, farmer will also store. Before coming here, रात को काटा तो क्या वो रात को लेके आएगा? He will store. Okay. If he buys for food processing, he will also store. Hence, storage. ठीक है? So, fun part is, everyone will store. इतना समझा? We will draw this chart again and then I will label कि government मतलब central government means who, which authority, which entity, which institution, at what price do they get, at what price MSP is set. Everything we are going to do, but that comes in fifth syllabus point. So let us now focus on storage. Now you understood. Now tell me why storage is important. Continuous flow of goods in the market. Achha, will government send all of it to PDS shops or keep some reserve? Do you know what is inflation? If inflation happens, what will government do? Will it reduce, like will it send goods from the storage out or will it store more? If inflation is rising, what will happen? It will send goods out if inflation is rising. Why? It wants to increase supply. If it increases supply, prices will cool down. When prices are very low, what will it do? It will procure from farmers at very high prices so that prices rise. Agreed? So can I say storage is important for maintaining price stability also, because if you don't have good storage, क्या होगा? खत्म. Storage is important for maintaining continuous flow of goods from the farmer to the consumer. Yes or no? It is very obvious. Storage is important for providing employment to people. There will be people working here in storage facilities, right? Storage is important to meet any emergency situation. Shortage हो गया onion का, storage से निकालो, we have reserve. That reserve is called as buffer stock. वो बाद में देखते, right? Let's say our friend Afghanistan needs something, we will give out of storage. वहाँ पे famine हो गया, something terrorist attack happened, they are not getting food, we will give storage. We give food supplies to UN also, UN peacekeeping missions in Africa, we give. Storage is very important. ठीक है? Now when we are talking about storage, we are actually talking about the physical storage here. किसमें store होता है? What do you think? Food is stored किसमें store होता है? Sacks. Where are those sacks stored? Room में storage. ठीक है? So we are going to study the types of storage structures. Interesting? See, fourth point is okay. Fifth point is very interesting, very economics, and sixth point is also very nice. Sixth point is very simple setting. Food processing ना, packaging अच्छा होगा, preservatives अच्छे होने चाहिए, shelf life should be good in food processing. Yes or no? खत्म हो गया 2 दिन में पार्ले जी खराब हो गया तो what is the use? Who will buy parle जी then? Right? So type of storage में, types में if we go, there are two types. One, underground. Do you know there are underground storages also? Second, overground. Of course. Underground कैसे रहते हैं? नीचे जाके there is a big room. This is ground level, right? And then they store. Underground है, ठीक है? Overground में क्या होगा? Over the ground they store in bags, in jute bags, in bulk they store, right? Specifically grain storage structures, either underground or overground, are mainly of two types. Very important, they are mainly of two types. ठीक है? Whether you want to store small scale, छोटा, or large scale. ठीक है? Small scale में, sorry, the net is not working, otherwise I would have shown. You can just Google it, images में जाके. Small scale में there is something called as Punjab Agricultural University bin. They have designed a small bin like structure, dustbin जैसा है, बड़ा dustbin, to store goods. ठीक है? There is one more small scale storage which is called as Pusa bin. There is Pusa University also, Pusa Agricultural University. So उन्होंने design किया है. These are all Indian designs. So Pusa bin. Okay? Then for large scale storage, very important, you need to know this. For large scale you need to know, ये नहीं भी होगा चलेगा. For large scale you need to know something called as cap storage. Cap. Do you know cap storage? Cap. What is cap? Covered and plinth. Covered and plinth storage. Have you seen? So what they do is in covered and plinth storage is sacks होता है ना, sacks. They keep एक के ऊपर एक sacks, ठीक है? And then they cover this with a plastic sheet to save it from rainfall, to save it from floods, to save it from storms. वो नहीं होता blue color का plastic sheet, raincoat material basically. They use that raincoat material. So that is covered and plinth storage. And have you seen big containers for storage of petrol? Petrol refinery, I am sure everyone must have seen. सब बड़ा सा रहता है, right? And then यहाँ से धुआं आता है. I am sure everyone must have seen. Similarly, except the धुआं part, that is called as silo storage. SILO, silos. I'm really sorry, I wanted to show you this, but the net is not working here, right? Silo storage. First, I needed to show you from last lecture the agroeconomic zones of India. We'll see storage. We'll see different storages now. What was the first storage we saw? Pusa bin or PAU bin. See this. Chota, little storages. Pusa bin and PAU bin. This is a mud storage. Small scale storage. Now let us see. These are silos. These are big silos. ठीक है? Now let us see CAP, covered and plinth. Cap storage, wow. See this. This is covered and plain storage. You store grains in sacks and then you cover it. Large scale storage. Okay, like this. But is this permanent or ये उड़ जाएगा? Right? See this huge storage. Okay. So how many types of storage did we see? We saw storage can be underground, overground. We saw storage can be small scale, large scale, small scale, PIU bin, PUSA bin. There are others also. Two इतना याद रहेगा कितना याद रखेंगे, right? Large scale, cap, covered band plinth and silo storage. Okay. Now there are advantages and disadvantages of all of them. I hope by seeing the photo you must be knowing what are the advantages and disadvantages. Now these are storage. Okay. What do you mean by a warehouse? That is also part of storage only, right? Warehouse, but in warehouse work also is done. Some kind of people are also working. So let us move to warehouses now. Warehousing. This is very important part of storage. Very, very, very important part. Warehousing. Warehousing in India, storage is done in warehouses. So storage, if it is open, but it is mostly done in warehouses. Okay, in India, warehouses can be operated by 3 people. One, you only tell me, central government, state government, private. Okay? In central government, there is something called as CWC, Central Warehousing Corporation. Central Warehousing Corporation. Who looks after warehousing? We are doing storage now. Here you have state warehousing. I hope this is self-explanatory. And you have private. Okay. Whenever center or state outsources its warehousing to private, it is called as private entrepreneurship guarantee scheme. ठीक है, we'll do आराम से. ठीक है. Now the most important part, why is warehouse required? Guess and tell, think and tell, why is warehouse? See, storage is one part. Why is this big warehouse required? Why is this big warehouse required? Think and tell me. Before that, very important, who can access this warehouse? Any farmer can access this warehouse. Storage hai na? Anyone can access this warehouse. Whoever wants to store can access this warehouse. Now why does, apart from storage is one function. What is a very significant function? Think and tell me. Take a minute and think why else warehouse would be required. Any answer is fine. But think. See, that is why I miss live class, because we would have had 4-5 ideas at least now and the discussion moves ahead. This is a very solo and unilateral discussion. Think. But why do you need warehouse? I'll tell you, very important. ये आपको समझ गया, then you understood storage. There is a small farmer. He has come on his tractor. Okay? And he has, let's say, six sacks of rice with him. He has come. It is night time. Imagine it is night time. Here watchman is standing. Obviously, watchman will be there. He will come here. He will ask, where are you going? He says, sir, I want to store these things. It's raining. And I want to store these things. He will ask, okay, fine, store this. But why are you crying? He says, sir, my daughter has got COVID. And I got her admitted. So I want to raise money for it. I don't have any money. So please store it. He understands and he opens the door and he stores. See, even without the story, he was going to store him, but this story is relevant. So let's say he stored it here. Okay, in section A, he stored in section A, ऐसा section A, he stored. Do you think he will get any receipt for that? कि he has stored. He will get a receipt. क्या रहेगा receipt में? What will be there? Name of farmer, type of goods, rice, which quality, yes or no? How much is the current price of that? मतलब current worth. So that tomorrow if it gets destroyed, to insurance you can submit ना कि my 3 lakh worth of goods are destroyed. So let's say 3 lakh worth of rice यहाँ रखा था. Do you think this receipt will be stamped by warehouse? Yes, of course, it will be stamped by warehouse. Right? Now tell me, what is bill discounting? We have done that. What is bill discounting? Think and tell, what is bill discounting? Try to recollect, try to recollect. Why? What is bill discounting? Bill discounting means he as a farmer, he has this bill. ठीक है? He has this bill. Now he can go to bank and he can say कि sir, take this bill, give me money. Do you realize the significance of warehousing? He can go to bank will give him 3 lakh rupees, or bank will not give him 3 lakh, bank will give him 2 lakh 50,000 charges and all. Bank will claim ownership of this, right? Tomorrow when he returns the money, bank will give him this money, take, your goods are pending. Bank is not interested in this. Bank क्या जाके खाएगा rice? नहीं. Bank just wants some collateral. This is a collateral for loan. Yes or no? If he defaults, bank will sell this, right? This receipt is called as warehouse receipt. Yes or no? Can bank rediscount it? If bank also needs money before the farmer gives it back. Remember rediscounting with RBI and DFHI? We have discussed all this. Can bank rediscount it? Yes. Can that other person sell that receipt to someone else? Yes. Can that other person sells the receipt to someone else? Yes. Now very important. Hence, this warehousing receipt is called as negotiable warehousing receipt. Negotiable warehousing receipt. It is called as NWR. What do you mean by negotiable? Not negotiation. You can give it to anyone. तो यहाँ पे नाम चेंज किसी का भी हो जाएगा. Who has the rights on the rice which is kept? The last one. The last one. Whoever is having. After 50 people, जिसको भी let's say इसको पड़ा हुआ मिला नीचे. He can pick it. He can go there. He can claim this. Right? Yes or no? Next level. One level further. What if instead of bank, he wants to sell this receipt to a friend? Please give me 3 lakhs. The friend will tell, I'll give you 290, 10,000 my own cost. He can sell. What if that friend wants to sell it to someone else? He can sell. Are you noticing, instead of rice being passed in various hands, only one paper is being passed? Is it convenient? Yes. So finally, who wants to collect rice, he will come and he will take it. Remember in share market chapter, I told you commodities are also traded. And you don't have to give delivery, you only have to settle price differences. See, rice price today is 3 lakh, tomorrow it will change. Na? So tomorrow let's say, Today rice price is 3 lakh. That farmer is offering you for 3 lakh. You buy for 3 lakh. Tomorrow it increases to 320. Will you sell that receipt? Yes. Right? Or if it goes to 280, will you sell that receipt? You will not. You will wait for it to go up, or if you need money, you will sell it, depending on your motive. Okay? Now, when you sell it for 3,20,000, when you sell it for 3,20,000, he will give you 320. You will give him the receipt. Okay? He will sell it to someone else. Cash mein hi settlement hoga. Will anyone take possession of rice? Unless he wants possession of rice. He may want it for various reasons. Let's say you sold it to an exporter. He is an exporter. Arey rice, I can export this rice. He will deliver it. Samjha? Warehousing. That is why it is important. It directly feeds into commodities market. So deep, na? And this is very important. Negotiable warehousing receipt, it is called as. Negotiable warehousing receipt. ये समझा story? It is an easy source for farmer to raise finance. He cannot wait till government market will open, I will sell. He can sell. So now tell me, if in the market the price is 3 lakh rupees, government is offering 250 rupees, private people are operating 280 rupees, where will he sell? He has so many options. Negotiable. Sometimes it is also called as ENWR, Electronic Negotiable Warehouse Receipt. So earlier this was physical. I told you demat ho gaya hai, dematerialize ho gaya hai. So it is also called as ENWR, Electronic Negotiable Warehouse Receipt. Samjha? Very easy. Now there are types of warehousing. Cold storage ka alag warehouse hoga. You know, it will be. So why is cold storage used? I hope common sense. Meat, fish, or even some kinds of fruits. Cold storage reduces the degradation, reduces the organic activity which is going on in the product, and then it reduces the speed of that activity so that shelf life is extended. Yes or no? Cold storage. Some goods might require some specific temperature also, so there are temperature controlled warehouse also. Some plants require some exotic flowers require some specific temperature. If they go beyond the temperature, they will die instantly, depending. Storage बहुत सारे type के. Now I told you who can operate warehouses. CWC, SWC and privates. Right? You know these warehouses. Do you know hotels? They not only offer you room service, they also offer you cab service sometimes. Hotels, they will arrange a cab for you, or if you want to call international call, they will arrange it for you, etc. Similarly, these warehouses also, they don't give only storage and market services, they also give transport services. So they will tell the farmer, ki, give us 5,000 rupees, we will come to your field, collect rice and we will go. So वो भी होता है. ठीक है? Now central government enacted an act to organize the warehouses in India. Now that act is called as Warehousing Development and Regulation Act 2007. That act, very important, it is called as Warehousing Development and Regulation Act 2007. And that act introduced an authority, a statutory authority called Warehousing Development Regulation Authority. Warehousing Development Regulation Authority, which is in charge of all the processes related to warehouses. And that act also legitimized this bill or this receipt as a tradable instrument. Samjha? So now this 3 lakh is the face value. I hope you realize this. But actual value might be changing. Actual value might be different. Issue value might be different. Right? Apart from these, there are some other institutes or there are some other organizations in central government who also operate warehouses. There is something called as Food Corporation of India, FCI. FCI is entrusted with the responsibility of this part. FCI will procure, FCI will store, and FCI will send. Food Corporation of India. See, naam hi hai, Food Corporation of India. FCI. We will study about FCI in buffer stock and MSP and all of that. That is more relevant there. So FCI, under FCI Act, it has a separate act, 1964. Keep in mind, 1960s में Green Revolution थोड़ा चालू हो गया था, 1964. We knew कि we would require lot of storage, we would require lot of procurement because production हो जाएगा. उसके बाद क्या करेंगे? After that you cannot prepare कि अरे किसको लेना है, क्या लेना है. FCI Act. Everything is related. Agri हो, eco हो, everything is related. ठीक है. FCI is responsible for taking the country from food deficit to food surplus. Today we are surplus in food grains. Surplus, enjoy. Still people are poor in India and people don't get food. That is the great irony. Sir, why? Inflation. Food is available but not affordable. Na? Availability is not an issue. Affordability is an issue. Accessibility. People stay here, PDS shop is 50 kilometers away. कौन जाएगा रोज? To buy kerosene, to buy oil. Accessible. Okay? What do you, basic principles क्या है for good storage? Hygienic. Rodent should not be there. Damage should not be there while traveling. You know, storage should be safe. Moisture should not be there because moisture damages crops. No mice, no rats, nothing should be there. Lighting should be appropriate. So basic. I'm not going into that. Okay. So FCI along with CWC, along with SWC, along with private, they procure all the food grains for various purposes. ठीक है? Now there are issues relating to the procurement. Actually, this comes under buffer stock, but ठीक है. There are issues related to procurement. There are issues related to FCI's procurement. Okay. FCI, I hope you know, Food Corporation of India. It is open-ended, which means there is no limit to how much it can procure. इससे क्या होगा? If there is no limit to how much it can procure, will it lead to excess stock? Excess stock होगा. Open-ended procurement. We'll discuss about FCI later also. But since storage है, procurement की बात चल रही है, so we are discussing. Open-ended procurement है, but no proper release policy. Are you getting this? See, when lot of stock is accumulated, it starts degrading, deteriorating. So, no proper, I would use a fancy word, so no proper liquidation facility, fancy word. Liquidation means release. है ना, liquidate, third. FIFO not followed. इसका क्या मतलब है सर? Funny. FIFO not followed. What is FIFO? First in, first out. I hope you know FIFO. Not followed means? So one, the goods which you procured, FCI procured 2 months ago should be released first, right? But they are releasing goods which are procured yesterday. So वो 2 महीने वाला चलता रहेगा. And that will ultimately get damaged. That will ultimately deteriorate. That will ultimately lead to loss. In food production, 6th point, we are going to see how much food is lost even before it reaches the processors. Can you imagine? 25% of food grains are lost, destroyed, khatam. There was a recent audit report on FCI which said that more than 70% of goods which are lying in FCI are already substandard quality. They were good quality which came, but they are of a substandard quality now. What price will it fetch? You only tell me. Can it go to export market at all? They will reject. क्या ये? प्राइजेस क्या होगा, हाफ प्राइस मिलेगा, पूरा एंटायर प्रोसेस गॉन वेस्ट, इतना स्टोरेज वी आर डूइंग, इतना ट्रांसपोर्ट वी आर डूइंग, ठीक है। अराउंड 15-20% ऑफ प्रोक्योरमेंट इज डन बाय एफसीआई, टोटल प्रोडक्शन का, whatever farmers produce. So if farmers produced 100 million tons, 15 million tons approx will be procured by FCI. बाकी CWC है, SWC है, there are there. One very important website, one very important recommendation, not website, one very important recommendation, FCI Food Corporation of India को revamp करने के लिए, to revamp FCI, one very important committee, you need to remember this. Shanta Kumar committee. They gave recommendations to revamp FCI. They said कि FCI को change होना पड़ेगा. And this recommendation is not very old. It is 2014. Very old नहीं मतलब 5-8 years old. See, very very nice and interesting recommendations है. Tell me one thing. FCI के पास it goes, and then it goes to state government. Would it not be better if state government procured directly? Sir, but you said कि SWC also procures, but very less compared to FCI. Almost all the PDS grains are procured via FCI. 80-90% PDS grains, whatever are going to go to PDS, are going via FCI. So procurement, so when I told you central government maybe various authorities are there, I meant FCI. Okay, I meant FCI. See, procurement is done by everyone, but majorly it is done by FCI. But you said only 15-20% is procured. हाँ, because rest of that is sold by farmers to people na, in the markets. Everything cannot be sold to the government, right? Rest of them, farmers sell it to open markets, and 15-20% is procured. Let's say 5% more procured by state government and privates. So 20-25% procured, rest everything sold in the market. And these are also standing. I mean, do you buy grains from PDS shops? Some of you might, some of you don't. You buy from normal shops, right? Where do you think Ashirwad Atta comes from? PDS shop? No, it is a manufacturer. So it also procures from farmers only. ठीक है, चल storage हो गया. So FCI, the first recommendation which Shanta Kumar committee gave was, those states which have the expertise, give procurement to them, allow states to procure. I am writing very short में है यहाँ पे. Allow states to procure. I would say allow developed states to procure. Developed states, 5-6 states we have which are considered to be developed in India. Can you name them? Agriculturally developed: Punjab, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat. 5-6 states are there. UP is also there. But they said कि allow developed states to procure so that FCI can focus on underdeveloped states. उनका procurement करेगा वो. ठीक है? Second, FCI should outsource its procurement activities so that it doesn't incur much cost. Give it to private, he will do it, you pay him money. Outsource procurement. It is called as PEG scheme, PEG. Private Entrepreneurship Guarantee Scheme. Outsource karo. They said ki do such a scheme, and we have this scheme now. Liquidate stocks timely basis pe. Liquidate stocks. So this. See now. We have a scheme on when to liquidate, how much to liquidate, but that is often not followed and that is not defined, right? So that scheme for liquidation is called OMSS, Open Market Sale Scheme. I hope by English it is very clear. Open Market Sale Scheme. Open Market Sale Scheme, OMSS. Okay, what are the recommendations of this committee? Allow developed states to procure and focus on underdeveloped states. Outsource procurement by enacting a PEG scheme, Private Entrepreneurship Guarantee Scheme. Liquidate stocks and streamline this scheme, this policy, Open Market Sales Scheme, OMSS. I hope you are able to relate to this, OMSS. Whenever stocks, when to go for OMSS, whenever stocks exceed your requirements, sell them, don't store them. So let's say you estimate that 150 million tons would be required of rice. The moment it reaches 151, sell that one OMSS, open market sale kar do. ठीक है? And FCI should move away from procurement role to a manager role. I hope you are getting it. So privates will manage. So they basically promotion हो रहा है FCI का. So FCI should move on from procurement to management role. Are you getting it? Procurement to management role. So Food Corporation of India as a food managing agency of India. So who has less, who has more? Okay, I will put in contact with you because states are borrowing now, states are procuring now. Are you getting this? ठीक है? See, this was a detour actually. FCI यहाँ पे नहीं आना चाहिए, but since we are speaking about storage and since FCI is a major part of storage, we spoke about storage. Did you understand warehousing? Did you understand all of these commodities market, this E and WR? समझा क्या बोला? Right? Food Corporation of India, storage. What are the types of storage we have? Underground, overground, cap, then what was the second one? Silos, big silos, right? What does Food Corporation of India do? Food Corporation of India procures grains and supplies it to state governments. Who supply it to PDS? Who supply it to poor people? Yes or no? ठीक है? Why is warehousing important? Apart from storage, it also acts as financing mechanism for farmers via the use of negotiable warehouse receipt or ENWR, NWR or ENWR. ठीक है? Food Corporation of India, is it a statutory body? It is a statutory body. FCI Act 1964, we discussed this. Who can manage warehouses? Who can operate warehouses? Central, state, private. Food Corporation of India comes under central. CWC comes under central. SWC comes under state, private, private. Who gave recommendations for what are the problems with FCI's procurement? Excess stocks, no proper liquidation policy, no FIFO followed, and what else? Kuch tha aur? These are the main things. I've absolutely skipped the trivial things. I can write 10 more points here, but they are very trivial. I'm writing the crux here. What about Shanta Kumar recommendations? What were the recommendations of Shanta Kumar committee? First recommendation was allow developed states or those who are expert in procuring to procure on their own. It will save transport cost, yes or no? Yes or no? From market, FCI is taking to his home and then his home is giving to state. Allow state to take directly. Second, have a proper liquidation policy called OMSS, Open Market Sales Scheme. Very important, OMSS. It is called OMSS, Open Market Sales Scheme. Right? Allow private people or private entrepreneurs to operate or outsource your procurement under Private Entrepreneurship Guarantee Scheme. Did you understand the role of FCI in the whole system? Storage important है, but FCI is the more important. ठीक है? Approximately 25 to 30% food grains are lost due to lack of cold storage. Milk also requires cold storage, नहीं तो खराब हो जाएगा. Approximately 25-30% of food grains are lost due to, or food products are lost due to cold storage. 25-30%, 1/4 to 1/3. Just imagine. And definitely you need them for fruits and vegetables. Don't you agree? Fruit and vegetable को तो चाहिए ना यार. क्या करेगा फिर? We have some initiatives on cold storage. We have some initiatives on cold storage. I'll just write the names. More than enough. Okay. Initiatives on cold storage. We have a national policy on handling, storage and transportation of food grains. Sir, क्या बोल रहे हो? National policy on handling, storage and transportation of food grains. Second, we have integrated cold chain platform. So, जैसे we have vaccine slots or availability of vaccines in the country we come to know. वैसे ही we come to know how much cold storage is available or not. So, integrated cold chain availability. Okay. Which topic are we doing, by the way? Point number 4. Which? Storage, transport and marketing. Transport is very big. Huh? Storage was... Okay. Did you understand this? Right? Now tell me, if timely procurement is not done, what will happen? If very important concept I am teaching you. If FCI doesn't reach the farmer with 45 rupees offer MSP, what will happen? He will sell it to this or this person because desperate hai. Such a sale of desperation ki, when you have no price, or if MSP is also too low, if he is only giving 27, le lo bhai. ठीक है? This sale in desperate needs. Chalo, why would farmer sell in desperate needs? When timely procurement is not done. Second, storage is not available. If storage is not available, what would happen? He will sell ki I cannot take it back, storage is full. He goes to the warehouse, storage is full. क्या होगा? He will sell it outside only. This is known as I hope it's fairly easy. I hope it's fairly self-explanatory. Distress sale. Distress sale. समझा? Distress sale. Okay? It is called as distress sale. Sale by farmers due to non-availability of a good price or in desperate times is called as distress sale. Now we move on to very important and another next part. We move on to transport. What do you think? Maximum food grains are sent by which mode? Rail, road, airways, ports, railways. ट्रांसपोर्ट में क्या होता है? ट्रांसपोर्ट में goods are sent from deficit states to surplus states, yes or no? By FCI or by state government. ठीक है? What are the issues in transport we discussed? Roads not good. Farmer not able to buy transport vehicles. Finance is also important. Fuel cost. Fuel cost. ठीक है? So let's say modes of transport में problem है. Fuel cost is high. Lack of finance to purchase vehicle. Right? Pollution also, but environmental factor है वो. And to study transport or issues of transport, done transport, khatam. Transport is covered in infrastructure point, so that transport applies to agri transport also. Same hai. What are the issues in civil aviation? What are the issues in railways? What are the issues in roads? We have discussed all of them in infrastructure lecture. Right? So refer point 9. Why to repeat all of them? So let us move on to the third one. What is the third one? Storage, transport and marketing. The main thing which farmers are protesting for, marketing. Sir, क्या है ये marketing? I will tell you what is marketing. I think we had discussed this for earlier also कि you need a market because अकेला farmer where he will go and buy and find buyers. Similarly, buyers where you will go and find sellers. You need a market. This is fairly understood. You need a market. Very important thing to know. Now in marketing, the fact is important. That is why I am telling you here. Agriculture as a subject. Agriculture or the power to make laws on agriculture. The power to make laws on agriculture lies with the states. It's in the state list. It's not in the central list or union list. It's in the state list. Why? Because every state's products are different. Every state's procurement strategy is different. Every state's needs are different. For example, Gujarat mein non-veg very less, right? So सबका अलग है. So agriculture is in the state list, and center doesn't mind. Why? Because agricultural income पे tax is also not there. So state ले लो. Are you getting? Remember section 10(1) tax expenditure, low tax to GDP ratio. ठीक है? Why is marketing important? I hope it is fairly easy. Money मिलेगा उससे. It will help buyers and sellers meet. I hope demand and supply. First lecture, equilibrium price will be achieved. Right price will be achieved. Yes or no? These are all marketing ka benefits. Now very important, very interesting. I found this somewhere. It is types of marketing. how are things marketed in agriculture market? Types of marketing. So in past 3-4 lectures or 5-6 lectures, because I don't know, we cover 2-3 lectures a day. So you might have heard me mispronounce a lot of words. Reason being, I have had some minor tooth problem. I am still having tooth problem. So it pains when I say some words. So I use a shortcut to say some different words. Right? Types of marketing. First, simple traditional marketing. He will go, he will find buyer, he will try to sell. Traditional हो गया. This is all given in FCI annual report, I think. I don't remember where I got. Traditional marketing. He will go and he will find a buyer. What happens if you don't find a buyer? Who do you contact? Agents? Middlemen? What is the problem with this? Agents, middlemen? Commission? Do you know in traditional marketing, only 20% price reaches farmers. Farmer सोच के गया था, he will earn 100 rupees, he is getting 20 rupees commission. Just imagine, because agents also know कि his produce is perishable. He will be desperate, farmer will be desperate. 20% reaches farmers. What else? What else? Very new. So these farmers, what they decided was, every time they go individually, agents harass them. So these farmers, what they decided is, let us form a cooperative society. मिल जाते. Are you getting this? Cooperative marketing. Because if they meet, see, one farmer will have 20 kgs to sell, but if there are 20 farmers, they will have 500, 600, 700 kgs to sell. Their bargaining power increases. They will be finding buyers also easily who buy in bulk. So cooperative marketing. There are two institutions who are mainly famous for cooperative marketing of agriculture. They are government backed only. One is SFAC, one is NAFED. Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium and National Federation, National Farmer Cooperation Federation, ऐसा कुछ तो है. ठीक है? Your homework is to read about them. Your homework is to write the full form as well as read about them. Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium and NAFED क्या है, क्या करता है, what is the mandate of it. Just read it, just read. थोड़ा go to the website, find out कैसा है ना? What about third one? What about the third one? Emerging new methods. Now you will love this. New methods. What if we provide Amazon-like platform to the farmers and buyers? Do you think it will help? Yes or no? Amazon-like online platform. We have done that 5 years back. We have done that. It is called, see the name, National Agricultural Markets. But obviously, since it is electronic, we call it ENAM. We call it ENAM. Question came in 2017 about ENAM. MCQ. ENAM आया, I marked the correct answer. I got marks. Second, there is some concept which you should, I hope you are getting this. Some concepts are known to you. Cooperative marketing, they come together under SFAC and NAFED. Second, FPO. See this, nice concept. Farmer producer organizations. Sir, who are farmer producer organizations? In cooperative, what did they do? They pooled their goods and they sold. Can one farmer run a food processing industry? Not necessarily, he is small. Can 20 farmers come together and start a food processing industry? Let's say 20 apple growers are there. Individually they are small, but together they can set up an apple juice manufacturing company, small time. Yes or no? Farmer producer organizations. They don't need to go to the agents now. Samjha? Farmer producer organizations, FPOs. Very interesting. Have you eaten McDonald's? Have you eaten French fries? Do you know it is known for its French fries? McDonald's French fries are very famous, right? Do you know they are fairly consistent in their taste? I would say fairly because sometimes idhar udhar hota hai. Do you think McDonald's goes to individual farmers and say give me 1 kilo potato, 2 kilo potato? क्या करता होगा McDonald's? Bulk में. Do you think McDonald's accepts any quality potato sold? High quality. Don't you think McDonald's must have entered into an agreement with farmers कि you will not sell to anyone, you will sell to me, I will give you price, I will give you money. Yes or no? Don't you think a contract has been made between farmers and McDonald's to supply potatoes? Why? Because he is a big procurer. He is a big, what we say, purchaser. Yes or no? Do you think contract हुआ होगा? Contract हुआ होगा. Contract farming. These are new methods. New methods of marketing. New methods of, see, marketing is, why do you need marketing? To find buyers. You can find buyers by contract marketing. You can find, here you don't need to find buyer. You are only using your own produce to make new product. Here online hai. Here you come together, you become big, you will automatically find buyer. This is where the problem lies. Traditional. Contract farming. Sir, what is contract farming? A buyer enters into a contract with a farmer. Buyer says, I will buy 10,000 kgs of potatoes from you in 6 months time. I want them ready. Take this advance, lag jao kaam pe after 6 months, but I want this quality only. I want this much quantity only. If there is a quality problem, I will not pay you money. Yes or no? If there is a quantity problem, I will deduct penalty. Excess you can make and you can sell outside. But मेरे को 10,000 kilo, I need 10,000 kilos of this quality by this time. Yes or no? Contract farming. We will come to contract farming again. This is a major issue. Farmers are protesting against this. But right now, contract farming. ठीक है? Now you only tell me what is the meaning of this. What is the meaning of this? Remember, negotiable warehouse receipts. If they store their goods in a warehouse and start trading receipts, they don't need to find a buyer for the goods. They will need to find a buyer for receipts, and which is online now. ENWR. New method. Same, I hope you remember futures, where you expect future price to go up or go down. So similarly, futures can also be used for commodity market. Commodity futures bolte hai usko, that is known as commodity futures. Did you get the evolution of marketing? New methods are coming in. Then there is another method, and this 2 years ago budget mein declare hua tha. So there are various small markets in rural areas. Small means 4-5 farmers come, they sell, buy. We are planning to institutionalize them. We are planning to bring them online on Enam. We are planning to make them proper markets. They will be called as grams. What is grams? Gramin agricultural markets. Okay, so that is also one of the methods. Gramin agricultural markets. समझा? These are modern methods of marketing. Okay, is it cool? Is it thanda? Is it cool? Agriculture is a union subject, state subject, concurrent subject. Agriculture is a union subject, state subject, concurrent subject. State subject. Agriculture is mentioned in state list. I told you there are 3 lists: union list, concurrent list, state list. Any government, state government or central government or to make a law, it has to fall within the mandate. Okay? I'll just leave one cliffhanger here. Agriculture is in state list, na? Contract farming is in concurrent list. This is where problem arises. Concurrent list means center and state both can make laws. If center and state laws go in opposite directions, then it is the center's law that prevails. Concurrent list. Polity, see abhi polity padna baki hai, you will read polity. But yes, by the time you will see this lecture, might be polity would have been done to a great extent. Right? So yeah, by the time you see this lecture, many things would be known to you. So yeah, that is good. Do we need a regulated market or an unregulated market? Regulated market. Who is empowered to establish markets in agriculture? Center, states, private? States. State list hai na? Everything related to agriculture can be done by states. Center can give advice. Center can say do this, do that. But agriculture is ultimately in the state list. Public distribution system is carried on by center and states together. I hope you know. We saw na? FCI procurement, state government, PDA state government. So earlier there was an exploitation of farmers going on. Markets mein jate the, they used to beat farmers. Give your product, take this money, 5 rupees and go away. Aisa. Farmers are very, I think they are very, even small scale ho, large scale ho, if you use force against them, what will they do? Because buyers are also large scale. So then states decided to, or government decided to make regulated markets. State should regulate, yes or no? State controlled markets. How does it sound? Good idea. So that sellers will come, buyers will come, proper transaction hoga, and buyers will get their product, they will go away. Sellers or farmers will get their price, they will go away. ठीक है? These markets were set up under state governments, under the control of state governments. These markets were called as Agricultural Produce and Marketing Committees, also known as APMC. You must have heard about APMC. These were known as APMC. See the name, English? Agricultural Marketing and Produce Committee. APMC. Agricultural Produce and Marketing Committee. These are under the control of whom? State government. What services do they provide? Do they help in ensuring fair prices to farmers? Yes. Do you think that farmer can quote any price and buyer will buy at that price? Or buyer can quote any price and farmer will sell at that price? What needs to be done? Quality check. Farmer will say, sir, badhiya aam hai, le lo. Buyer will say, but I need to check. Weight. Farmer will say, sir, 250 kg goni, I will send it to you. But it is actually 230 kg. ठीक है? Weight, quality, weight, surveying should be done. Proper है नहीं है. Testing should be done. Pesticide तो नहीं है. Extra pesticide which is harmful. All these services are provided by APMC. So they told farmers, they told buyers, you don't go anywhere outside third party come here, we will arrange here. Have you gone to a market? There are so many different kinds of sellers, so many different kinds of buyers there. Similarly, different kinds of producers, farmers who produce fruits, vegetables, grains, cash crops, anything, plantations, they will come here. Buyers of these things will come here. There will be appointed quality certifiers, there will be appointed surveyors, there will be appointed medical testing hoga, food ka. And once it passes, transaction can go. Sounds good? So what are the services which it provides? Fair price discovery, quality check, surveying, then what did we say? और क्या देखा हमने? Hygiene check, weighing. Acha, now farmer brought in his truck, but buyer wants proper packaging. Package करवा लो, you know, do it packaged. Everything is here, one stop shop. Good initiative by state governments, right? This is the most corrupt committee ever. See, it's a committee, so there will be people sitting on the committee who will be managing the committee. Everything here comes at a price. It's not free. किससे वसूल होता है वो price? Farmers. Why? Because most often big buyers, to get into the committee, they say ki don't collect from buyers, take it from farmers only. And farmers, bichare, they have to pay. They have nowhere else to go, and this is known by these people. Most corrupt. Various issues. Okay? And nobody is allowed to buy from outside directly from farmers. They have to come to APMC only. See, this is a rule. They have to come to APMC only. Sellers have to come to APMC, buyers have to come to APMC. Plus, if you want to sell your product, there are membership charges, there are fees, entry fees, APMC maintenance charge to hoga na ultimately. Who is bearing all of that? See, when buyers are buying in bulk, they don't care 1%, 2%, but for farmers it is a big amount. Farmers might be very small also. Small buyers will buy from the final market. Na, wo log APMC kyun jayenge? Big buyers will go to APMC. So your vegetable vendor might go to APMC. You will not go to APMC. है ना? Various fees. And the worst part is this is only under the control of state government. Nobody else can set a market. So tomorrow even if 50 farmers come together and they want to set a market, they cannot set a market. Samjha? The solution to this, and this bred a lot of corruption on the state level. So central government did not like this. Any central government, Congress, BJP, doesn't matter. Any central government does not like this. Agriculture hai, you are playing with agriculture. What worse can happen? Okay? So they brought about a reform. See, can central government make law on agriculture? How? State list hai na? Central government cannot make law on agriculture. State list can make law on agriculture. Central government, I told you, can guide the states. So central government was complaining that state government, lot of corruption is happening. These are middlemen. Lot of commission is going. So I would say commission, middlemen. Okay? Monopoly of state. Monopoly of state. Central government was not happy. Central government started complaining, and when people start complaining, what is our attitude? Tum hi kar lo. You know, you only do it. So state governments told center ki prepare a model act as per your thing. See, your act is anyways not valid. We will have to adopt it. So instead of states framing different acts, these are statutory bodies. State APMC Act के अंडर होते हैं. These are statutory bodies under state government. State government says कि center, you make the act, I will copy paste. है ना? You help me with making the act, I will copy paste, I will adopt it. So central government made an act which is not in force. Why? Because central government has no authority to make an act. But it made an act which whoever states want to adopt that, they can adopt in their state legislature. So what will the state say? Ki we are passing a law which is based on the model act given by the center. So this is called as Model APMC Act 2003. Okay. There were still issues with Model APMC Act 2003. Let us forget them. You will find it in the book, so don't worry about that. After Model APMC Act 2003 came. So यहाँ पे ना, I'll tell you 2-3 flaws which were there in Model APMC Act. One, it said only one fee should be levied across. एक ही fee ले लो from farmer for everything. Sounds good ना? एक ही fee ले लो. Right? Second thing it said was, or second issue was rather, it did not take into consideration animal rearing, livestock. वो भी तो आते हैं बेचने. Right? After all, poultry is what? Animals. Third thing, it did not envisage, or it's, see the name, it is still APMC Act. It did not envisage India as one market. State government silos में operate करते. One market नहीं. So what about one state to another state? Right? So then in 2017, abhi 2017, a new act came called APLM. Agriculture, Produce and Livestock Management Act. Do you get it? Livestock management क्यों है? ठीक है? One very important change made by Model APMC Act. Farmers were no longer bound to sell their produce at APMCs. You can sell outside also. Okay? But still it did not work. Why? Because there were no good markets outside. Farmers had to come here only. APLM Act is an improvement over APMC Act. Okay? And you know what funny thing it did? If you are a buyer, no matter from where you are buying, within APMC or outside APMC, you have to pay APMC charges. Seller was told ki theek hai, you can sell outside, but even if you are making a sale outside, buyer should pay charges. Okay, this you will find in books, so don't worry about revision and all. Then came Model APLM Act. Agricultural Produce and Livestock Marketing Act 2017. APLM, Model Agricultural Produce and Livestock Marketing Act, APLM. APLM, 3 objectives you should know by heart, 1, 2, 3, finish, done, because this is new. APMC 2003 nahi bhi pata hoga, it's okay. To create a single market. To create a single agri market, 1. Second, better price realization for farmers. So higher price realization. Third, very important objective, double farmer income by 2022. So this was the objective of, this is the objective of government which we adopted in 2016-17. we have to double the farmers' income by 2022. So whatever farmers are getting currently, double karna hai. That is the objective. Okay? And related, I will tell you one committee also. You can read its recommendations. One committee to double farmers' income called as nothing related to APLM, called as Ashok Dalwai Committee. You can read the recommendations. Ashok Dalwai Committee on doubling farmers' income. How to double farmers' income? Recommendations were given by Ashok Dalwai Committee. Okay? Ashok Dalwai Committee. I will ask in the next lecture everyone, what was Ashok Dalwai Committee? What was the name of the committee of FCI? FCI Reforms Committee? Who gave? Shanta Kumar Committee, 2014, Shanta Kumar Committee. Okay? See, Model APLM Act also categorizes livestock marketing as its aim, like in the name. It said that one fee to be paid within the state, no matter where you are selling or buying. APMC में जाओ, बाहर जाओ, one fee pay करो, simple, finish it off. ठीक है? Cap on market fees, very important. It introduced a cap on market fees, which means these fees are not unlimited or not as per the whims and fancies of APMC committee. Pre-decide होगा 1%, 2% fixed. To be reviewed after every 5 years. वो तो है ही, वो तो standard clause है. Okay? And it paved the way, or it gave permission for contract farming. It paved the way, or it gave the permission for contract farming. Who enacted this act, Model APLM Act? State government, central government? Recommended by, or this act was actually given by central government, but adopted is the word which we use, adopted by state governments. So all state governments did not adopt it. Okay? It also recommended, after that there were talks of dismantling APMC altogether. कि APMC हटा ही दो. Just forget APMC. Now we have electronic markets, we have e-NAM and all, we have grams and all. Why do you need APMC? The relevance of APMC is in question. Now, do we really need APMCs? That is a question which even today, Maharashtra was the first state to enact APLM Act and dismantle APMCs. Maharashtra. It planned to do it. In some states there are APMCs, in some places there are APMCs. In Maharashtra, in some places there are no APMCs. Buyers, sellers, farmers and buyers are allowed to sell anywhere. But what about the small farmer who doesn't know anyone, who doesn't know or who doesn't have buyers? Okay? For them, we have grams, Gramin agricultural markets. For them, it is necessary to educate them, don't you think? It is necessary to give them mobile phone and see what are the prices available, don't you think? It is necessary to connect them on e-NAM, Electronic National Agriculture Market, don't you think? Those all inputs will be required if you want to abolish APMC. Otherwise, this is a good place. So there are two things now. One, whether to abolish APMCs overall or whether to reform APMCs. That is a question which even today it is unanswered. Whether to abolish or reform. Okay? That is a question which is still unanswered. There are merits to both the sides. There are pros and cons to both the sides. Abolish karo, ye karo, wo karo, it is fine. But ultimately, Ultimately, the thing is, farmer should not suffer. Yes or no? ठीक है? So, you only tell me what are the problems with market committees, APMCs. What are the problems of market committees? What are the problems? First problem, license barriers. I'll tell you how. Do you remember I told in the APMC there are many people, quality checkers, there are assayers, surveyors, all. To get license, they had to follow, or it was very difficult to get license and they had to bribe the officials to get license. So you are a very qualified quality checker of food. You have some basic medical education also, and you have to pay bribe to government to get license to act as quality checker for APMCs. Not good. Charges, basic word I am writing. Charges very high. Market charges very high. In various APMCs, not all APMCs, in various APMCs, absence of quality checks होता था. If there is no quality checker, क्या होगा? Will the buyer stop coming? Might be. Will the seller stop coming? No. फिर क्या होगा? Distress sale. I hope you realize what is distress sale. Absence of quality checkers. Distress sale often due to various factors. Right? Then poor infrastructure. Now, these were under the state government, registered under state government, but operated by people only. Committee थी. Do you think entire revenue reached state government? और बीच में खत्म हो जाता था? Corruption. Poor awareness. APMC में who is coming, who is going, no data, nothing. Poor information management. ठीक है? And what? Finally, the biggest issue of APMC. Not a unified national market, state level. Remember tax में भी यही था. Then we went for GST. We are also going for GST now. In markets also, ENAM, National Agriculture Market, it is one nation, one market. ठीक है? The tagline is one nation, one market. ठीक है? So grams, FPOs, all of these are solutions to APMCs. I hope you know what is FPO. What is FPO? Farmer Producer Organizations, right? What is the solution for reforming APMCs? See, abolish तो कर सकते हो. There is one solution, like one option is always there that you can abolish. What is the solution or what is the reforms that can be taken? Reforms in APMCs. नीति आयोग recommended something. क्या है वो? नीति आयोग recommended something. What is it? E-licensing. ऑनलाइन लाइसेंस इशू कर दो. E-licensing. single fee, obviously single fee, right? Then private sector to be allowed to set up markets along with APMCs. Let other private people also set markets. So private mandis, fruits and vegetables could remove them from the scope of APMCs, because fruit and vegetables have dedicated buyers and dedicated sellers. Not all farmers grow fruits and all. So remove fruits and vegetables from APMCs. Okay. So these are few of the issues which were discussed or which were given by Niti Aayog recommendations. Do you remember when I told that state government, farmer जब agroforestry करता है, what is agroforestry? Farming of trees, and then there are environmental laws against felling of trees. So state governments have strict laws regarding felling of trees. If there are strict laws regarding felling of trees, farmers will not be encouraged to do agroforestry. So in the same report, Niti Aayog also said कि थोड़ा relax करो, because if they are able to supply more, if they are able to supply high quality by felling trees, they will be benefiting it. ठीक है? Second recommendation, integrate domestic with international market. Simple. How to integrate domestic with international? Follow WTO norms. Simple. Encourage FPOs, of course. ठीक है? Encourage FPOs. I hope you understand encourage FPOs का मतलब. Strengthen. See, these are not Niti Aayog recommendations. Second, third पे आ गया हूँ मैं. Strengthen commodity futures. I hope by now you realize what is commodity futures. Commodity futures. ठीक है? Then there are common aspects like improve transport, improve storage. वो सब तो है ही. Processing, packing अच्छे से करो. Make available loans. All of that is okay. Right? This was one option to reform APMCs. One more recommendation, or one more thing you can do is, do you remember? You might not remember. Which committee gave recommendations for governance in banks? Do you remember anything? PJ Nayak committee, right? Do you remember something called as Banks Boards Bureau? What does it do? Appointments of high level officials of banks. Don't you remember one more recommendation it gave, that professionalize the appointment, limit the tenure? Can't we do that for APMC heads? Professionalize APMC management. ठीक है? We can do that. We can try to do that. Yes or no? Professionalize APMC management. We can try to do that. We are into marketing. Yes or no? Storage, transport, marketing. Irrigation baki hai abhi bhi. Right? Now, what is this? Reforming or scrapping APMC? Reforming. What about scrapping APMC? Abolishing APMC? We can do that. But we need a new system in place. Yes or no? Government enacted 3 acts, or government modified some act and enacted 3 acts to reform, entirely abolish APMCs and bring a new regime in place. So we now have a new marketing regime in place, and for that only farmers are protesting currently. They are opposing abolishment of APMCs, but more than that, they are opposing the new regime which has come. This, so they have a problem with APMCs, 100% they have a problem. They are saying reform karo, and they are abolishing it here, and instead they are saying ki whatever new regime you are bringing, that we don't like. So what are those issues? What are those burning issues? There are 3 acts which have come. Okay, there are 3 acts which have come, and they are opposing those acts. Now what are the farmers saying? What is the government saying? We will cover that in the next lecture. Right? In the next lecture, in the first hour, we will cover with, we will be done with the 4th point. Then 6th point is fairly simple. I like 6th point. It is very cute. Chota sa hai, food processing hai, backward, forward, done. Very straightforward. Then we move on to 5th point, which might take time. But since I have already explained the FCI procurement wala thing, it might go faster. Then we will do land reforms. Then we will do planning. Then we will do miscellaneous chapters. And then we will see some MCQs. And then finally we will conclude our course. Okay? So yes, we are towards the end. 80-85% course is done. I think more 5 lectures maybe. More 5 lectures may we plan to finish the course. 5 to 6 lectures max. Okay, I hope you have liked the course so far. If you have any doubt, you can anytime ask me. And please keep on revising. And I'll see you in the next lecture. We are at point number 4, which is a big point because marketing, transport, these are heavy points. Transport to we didn't do only. Storage we did अच्छे से. ठीक है? Thank you so much. Keep on revising.